I'd like to thank the chair and the ranking member and all of our witnesses today. Disrupting realty cartels, taking action against captive reinsurance, stopping illegal kickbacks during home sales. That's what this case is about. PHH versus CFPB is a $109 million fine, the largest fine CFPB has ever levied against a firm, because of a kickback scheme. And unfortunately, 3 witnesses here today are defending a kickbacker, which I think is shameful. Why does stopping these kickback schemes matter to the American person? Well, because it makes it harder for people to buy a home. We live in a country where we're proud of our great middle class. Part of that means being able to get a home. The behavior of PHH Corporation is directly oppositional to that effort in order to try to extract more money. I'm very concerned about falling home ownership gap. I'm also concerned about that millennials and African American home ownership rates are lower than usual. Part of the reason for low home ownership rates is the high cost of housing and the need to assemble enough money for a down payment and closing costs. When people buy a home, they quickly find out there are many costs in addition to the price of the home. And if you're not paying cash, you'll need title insurance for a lender, maybe title insurance for yourself. If you aren't putting down 20%, you're going to need private mortgage insurance, maybe a homeowner's warranty. Of course, buyers are usually unfamiliar with these financial products. Unless you work in the industry, you probably never heard of them before you tried to buy that house. So home buyers rely on their realtors and lenders to refer them to trusted partners. But for too long and too often, some of these affiliations were really kickback schemes. And that's what 3 of our witnesses here are defending, really. There's a lot of high-floating rhetoric about the Constitution and so forth. This is because the CFPB is standing up for working people. That's it. This is the money versus the many. It's plain and simple. On the screen is a slide from the realty firms charged by the CFPB of illegal kickbacks. They're up there right now. You might ask, aren't kickbacks illegal? Well, the answer is yes. Well, there's a piece of legislation called RESPA, which prohibits a financial benefit for a referral. But for too long, that prohibition has not been enforced. Talking about things not being enforced, let's start there. So lower desk rents, commissions, event tickets, cash were all provided to lenders, mortgage brokers, and real estate firms and agents based on how many clients they sent over. Are there any witnesses who feel that mortgage lenders, realtors, bankers should be allowed to receive a financial benefit for a referral? Raise your hand if you think a mortgage broker, bank, or realtor should be able to receive a financial benefit for a referral. I see no hands. Let's be clear. When borrowers are overcharged, it makes it more likely that they will default on their mortgage. As a member of Congress, as a homeowner, and as a member of Congress who represents homeowners, I don't want to see people overcharged, not when they buy their home, not when they use a bank, not when they get a prepaid card. Not only do I not want to see homeowners overcharged, I don't want to see companies like title insurance companies, private mortgage insurance firms, et cetera, forced into costly, controlled affiliations in order to stay in business. Title insurance and PMI companies should have the freedom to run their businesses as they wish without having to give a kickback for their referral base. That's a market CFPB is creating, a more fair market, a better market for companies and people. And I know that the hearing today is a very real legal conversation about construction and funding for the CFPB, but I want the people watching this broadcast, if they are, to know that this is not really what this is about. This is about protecting deeply vested, incredibly profitable industry. That's what's happening here. It's not about the Constitution. That is a subterfuge. Let's not lose focus about what the CFPB does. When financial firms rip you off, the CFPB gets your money back, and they need independence to do that. And that is what these 3 men are opposing, and that is what Ms. Gurad is standing up for. I yield back.